Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a book review on Circe by Madeline Miller. Circe by Madeline Miller tells the story of Circe, daughter of the sun god Helios. After an incident that angers Zeus, Circe is exiled to an island where she hones her skills of witchcraft. It's here that she crosses the paths of many famous figures of Greek mythology, like Daedalus, Medea, and Odysseus. Circe is an immortal, and as the thousands of years pass her by, the more she questions whether or not she belongs to the world of the gods or the worlds of the mortals who teach her the most about life and about herself. Homer's The Odyssey is perhaps one of my favorite pieces of classical literature when it comes to Greek mythology. I love the story of Odysseus and his journeys as he's trying to get home to Ithaca and just all the random crap that happens to him out at sea. So yeah, when I found out that this novel was going to be focused on Circe, I was like, ooh, this sounds really fun and different. Because yeah, prior to heading into the novel, really what I could remember was that Circe was the witch, I guess you can call her that. She was the witch who turned Odysseus's men into a bunch of pigs. That's kind of the extent of what I remembered. So I was thinking to myself, oh, what else is this novel going to do, and what is it going to explore? And I did. I ended up really enjoying this. And not only does The Odyssey make its grand entrance into this novel, because that doesn't really even happen until maybe perhaps the halfway point of the novel in some ways. Besides the Odyssey, there's other Greek myths being told in this novel, which I wasn't expecting. Because yeah, at the start of the novel, we see Circe as a young girl, and it starts with that whole myth of Prometheus, the god who the stuff with the fire, that he was trying to give the mortal world fire, but yeah, he gets punished for that. So yeah, we start with the myth of Prometheus, his punishment and whatnot, and yeah, how that really gets to Circe as a young girl, how that develops her as a character as the novel progresses, and yeah, her relationship with the gods and her relationship with the mortal world. Because yeah, what we do see with this novel, she even though she is an immortal, she's often at odds with the other gods. They don't understand her, she doesn't understand them. She wants to make differences and changes, and yeah, she tends to have a love towards the mortals. There's something about the mortal world that really captures her. And this is definitely a piece of feminist literature, if you want to think about it that way. It's definitely a novel exploring Circe as a young woman, who she is, what she wants to become. And yeah, some of the best parts of this novel is when she's definitely outplaying the other gods at their own game. You know, she goes into survival mode. She knows exactly what to say and what to do. She uses her special gift of witchcraft and her knowledge of herbs and whatnot. You know, she uses all that to her advantage. She's very, very cunning, very intelligent. But yeah, she's also not very perfect. She can be prone to anger and outbursts, making foolish decisions. She's definitely complex. She has her flaws. But yeah, more than anything, she definitely wants to love and be loved. That's definitely a big thing for her. And I definitely recommend this book if you are someone who loves Greek mythology, Greek retellings. Like I've mentioned, you do see a big chunk of this novel does explore a bit of the Odyssey and when Odysseus and his men arrive on the island. And yeah, there's numerous other things. Like I mentioned, you get to see the myth of Prometheus at the beginning. The character of Daedalus and his son Icarus pop up in there. The birth of the Minotaur, which was quite gruesome. Oh my god, that whole thing was crazy. Yeah, Medea, the infamous Medea, makes an appearance. I'm seriously kind of hoping Madeline Miller, because Madeline Miller has done Song of Achilles, where she retold the Trojan War, but you know, focusing on Patroclus and Achilles and whatnot. So then yeah, she has Circe here, so I'm kind of hoping maybe her next book might be a retelling of the Medea story, because that would be brilliant, you guys. That would be absolutely brilliant. So yeah, it was really fun to kind of witness through Circe's eyes, you know, these classic Greek myths come to life. Her interactions with them. It was just very surprising, her interactions with some of these people, because I wasn't expecting those interactions at all, especially like with Daedalus and Medea and whatnot. Because yeah, like I said, I just know her interactions with through the Odyssey, you know, with Odysseus. And speaking of Odysseus, oh boy, I love Odysseus, you guys. I seriously love the Odyssey. I love Odysseus. I love the Circe and Odysseus relationship. That was pretty crazy, really sexy. But yeah, it's like there's a certain degree of equality between them. There's a trust there between them. They're able to just openly talk with one another. Because yeah, like I said, Circe's not perfect. Odysseus is definitely not perfect. He has a wife back home in Ithaca, you guys. But yeah, you still find yourself really kind of liking that relationship between them and how they talk to each other and whatnot. Just really well done, I think. And yeah, Odysseus definitely, he's very complex. He's very flawed. He definitely has his outbursts of anger on occasion. Now, my one complaint with this novel, once the moments with Odysseus are over with, once those chapters are over with, the novel does kind of shift gears a little bit, and Odysseus' son Telemachus and his wife Penelope, they kind of make a bigger appearance in the novel. And I do think it's after Odysseus that the novel slows down a little bit, not in a bad way necessarily, but it does slow down a little bit and is a bit tedious to kind of get through. But because I think Madeline Miller, the beginning is so fantastic, and the middle, and yeah, everything with Odysseus, all of that is just so well done, I think. And yeah, I do think the ending's not as satisfactory as kind of the rest of the novel in some ways, but still good for what it is. So yeah, in conclusion, I really enjoyed this novel. I really enjoyed kind of seeing some of these classic Greek myths, you know, turned on their head a little bit, kind of retold, and yeah, how Circe figures into them. Yeah, very well written, I think. Visually stunning to kind of read and kind of imagine in your head. Like I said, I'm very curious what Madeline Miller's going to do next. Crossing my fingers that she might do the story of Medea. Or, yeah, even the story of Persephone and Hades. Because I'm trying to think of stories that, you know, involve some sort of, you know, feminism, you know, exploration of feminism, exploration of female characters, you know, because that's what this novel was essentially doing. So yeah, the story of Medea, the story of Persephone would probably be excellent. So yeah, please, Madeline Miller, do one of those. Because it seems like Greek retellings might kind of be her wheelhouse at the moment. But yeah, I highly recommend this, you guys, and yeah, if you've read it, let me know. So that's it for this book review. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and if you like this video, you may like these other videos. Bye guys.